just sent.
Solid. Let me see.
All right, dude. I was supposed to interview this other project called Parallel yesterday, and at 11:59, 1 minute before live, I got a message saying, "Hey, we gotta cancel." I was like,
Dang,
"Motherfucker!"
that kind of stuff just makes me mad, man. I like when people are on time, and like I was on time, ready on the computer. I really thought, I guess I have to have like permission to live stream that 24-hour thing, but thank God it let me join.
Yeah, I don't know what that was about, dude. Like, I've never
that scared me.
Never heard
I was like, what?
That, but stuck. Live cool, stuck. But anyways, what's up, peeps? There's a couple of people in the chat. We have a dope episode today. Yeah, so you can see everything. I think it's everything. Sometimes it doesn't fully pull up all the things. Like sometimes I'll go back and watch it, and it's like I missed a couple of things, but whatever. Yeah. Courtney. So what's up? What's up? Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm on the wrong page. Here we go. What's up, Courtney? What's up? What's up? Courtney's Fellowship of Oddballs. Is that your NFT project? Hell yeah, love it. Sweet. Well, listen. Welcome to the Joyage Kingdom. We have a sick episode. It's Cage, your guide. I'll be replacing the voice saturated for now, giving you a break from the constant tonal monologue that is the human mind. I want to say thank you for listening or viewing on whatever platform you're on. If you haven't already, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, join the kingdom. We got Andres Salinas on the podcast today from, I think this is pretty new. I think you just joined the WGMI Studios podcast show thing. Yeah. That's fucking wild, bro. Like what, how?
So honestly, I'm just very active in the right communities. And then it was like I was just doing exactly what I came out to do. I was providing alpha. I was literally helping people out, and it just showed to the right people. You know, it was I didn't do it. I never reached out. They reached out to me, and it just happened in a very organic way. That it was like it was bound to happen, and I capitalized on the opportunity. It was awesome. And yeah, so it was pretty much just I was hanging out a lot in this one that I would recommend for you and your followers. It's called Deep End Research. Exactly what it sounds like is exactly what they do. You know what I mean? So it was like, okay, I like these people. Like they know what they're talking about.
Yeah. I was like, is that your phone?
No. They know what they're talking about, and they're like really informed, and they do the deeper dives. And that's why I came into the space, because we have all these bullshit projects. We do. But I care about the real alpha, like the real juice. Like what I dropped last night on the YouTube video, it took forever, brother. But I posted it. That's definitely a video that I think you're going to want to cover. I mean,
hell yeah.
It's loaded.
So where are you getting all this alpha from? Are you deep diving just like
I just
like
do
at 2 in the morning kind of thing?
Not even 2 in the morning. It's like all day, really. It's an all day thing. I'm like, I wake up at 8, I do what I have to do, and I'm just searching all day. I have people doing research for me right now, which is awesome. And they reach out to me. But again, you get like 20 projects that people think that they're good. And it's like, they're mostly shit. But there are those few gems. And it's like, those are the ones that you can decipher, because you've been in the space for a long time. And you know, it's like, oh, this is a banger, or this is just another dog shit project.
Yeah, dude. When I'm reviewing projects, I can tell typically within 9 or 10 seconds. I'm like, no. It's just, I mean, honestly, it's mainly like if the project's innovating in any way, shape, or form, those projects like are almost every single time you're like, okay, that project will at least be okay. You know, but if there's nothing extra special about it, we're at a point now where it's too saturated. If you don't got something different, it's over for you. You just don't stand a chance, you know?
That's exactly right. I mean, you really got to stand out in the space. Nobody wants to see these copycat roadmaps. No one wants to see this. Like I tweeted about it, I think yesterday. It was like these computers and stuff have progressed and pushed a lot of these projects out there, but it's almost ruined the creativity, because I think like one of the next blue chip projects out there is Threelanders. And why I say that, one, their community is phenomenal, but dude, you go to their OpenSea right now, you check out that floor, it's a sick floor. And that's cool. You know what I mean? I hate going to projects and it's like, I want to buy floor price, but the first 10 are terrible. And then the floor price is like double of what it is. It's like, no, I'm not doing that.
Bro, that was my problem with Hate Beast. When I was looking at Hate Beast, I was like, man, I like certain things about it. I think they were overhyped. But like when they were really, really low, I was like, yeah, maybe I'll just snag one. I looked on the floor. I think 7 separate times I went back and forth, and I was like, man, I hate all of these. Every single one.
That says a lot about the project. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And that made me rethink it.
It gives me like that perspective of like, okay, this project, they don't care about the little shit. And if you don't care about the little shit, you don't care about the big shit. So it's like, how can I expect you guys to really perform? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's not like Hate Beast really had a huge utility. They were trying to become like the supreme of the NFT space, but you can't try to become the supreme. You just become it. In my eyes, you know what I mean? Like if there's who's a project that I would say is like becoming supreme, and there was a project I was literally thinking, I was like, yo, this project's like really
supreme. You think there is any right now? I know Antonin was looking to do something with some in real life stuff, but I was like, that one's kind of hit or miss. It's maybe, you know, who knows?
I'm really trying to think who it was. Oh, the Bored Ape Yacht Club. You're starting to see them like become like the one, like for, and what I mean by that is like people are buying the merch for like $500 because it's like exclusive.
Yeah.
And people are trying to collaborate. Like I just saw Full Send. They not collaborated like as in like Bored Ape Yacht Club and them working, but they have this new banana flavor. I don't know if it's good or not. I gotta try it. I can't speak on it before I try it. But on their Happy Dad, now they have a Bored Ape that's they own.
And that's like, yeah, because I think Steve bought
flavor.
one.
And it's the banana flavor, and it's like, oh, that's so smart. That's just, they're like the second people to do anything with their IP rights with the Bored Ape Yacht Club that's been like big. I'm sure there's others.
Yeah.
And if I've missed any, whatever. But I'm talking first, we had just Bored and Hungry, the first NFT restaurant ever, and now we have this, and I think that's really cool.
Yeah, 100%. We have we'll get into more your background too, because I'm interested to know kind of how all this, how you came to be just in general. But we have Mohammed. So how do you start with research and stuff? How to find a legit project? I think we can start with the second half of this question. How to find a legit project first. I always say you need a network of people. I found out most of my shit from people in Discords. My Discord mainly is where I get random people, like multiple projects. Just someone that and they're like, yo, I saw this thing, and I'll just check it out for 2 seconds. I'm like, oh, that actually looks kind of cool. But that's where usually where I get them. I can't even remember before, like where I got projects from on my own for new projects. I think it's basically just from other people.
Oh, really? I definitely do.
New stuff?
I search. I have like some tactics. I mean, I even go like, I'll check out your profile, I'll see who you're following. What have you followed recently? You know what I mean? And do that with other people. And then just look at what people are liking. I mean, it's so easy to me at this point. And when it was very difficult, but it's so easy to me what's going to pop. I just understand social media. So I understand what's going to work in the space. So the second I saw Possessed, I was like, this is it. I like, it's just like when you remember when you saw Invisible Friends, it's that kind of feeling. It's like, that's how I feel about a lot of projects, but it's just like, you just know deep down, it's like, oh, this makes sense. It just makes sense. That's really it for legit projects. And then I personally love looking into who is behind the project. That's my favorite, because to knock a project down to say, oh, this is their first NFT project, they got to prove themselves. It's like, what about the people that have already proved themselves in Web 2 coming into Web 3? Yeah, this is a new fucking wave, but still, it's like, yo, they've proven themselves big time. I mean, look at how Moonbirds came to be. You think Kevin Rose is just you think Kevin Rose is just ridiculous. An accident? I think last night, I think it hit 40 ETH.
Yeah, bro, 40 fucking ETH. People were clowning because they're like, you sold it 10, I got it at 20, and now people were like, fuck.
Yeah, and Proof Collective, they went up. I think they were like at 130 something. I don't know.
Dude, here's my question. One, why the fuck so for the people who are buying I guess I can't say it's with Moonbirds specifically, but for a lot of, like, we'll take Hate Beast, for example, or Mechaverse, or any project that's super hyped in the beginning. Who's paying the top, right? So Mechaverse, we'll just use Mechaverse, 10 ETH, right? You have 10 ETH in your wallet. So you got some kind of, maybe you got lucky, but you got 10 ETH. That's a lot of money. Why do you have 10 ETH? And why are you the motherfucker buying the top? Why are you buying the top? Why are these people always buying the top? Like the richest people.
FOMO, 100% FOMO. I really believe in it. Like, and to be honest, like, I'll tell you right now, I'm predicting it just like every other project. Unless Possess has something extremely, extremely crazy up their sleeve, I'll tell you exactly how their mint's going to go. It's going to do phenomenal. It's going to shoot up the roof. 2 months down, it's going to go down like 50%.
You think 2 months straight of up?
No. I'm saying like, no. Okay. So maybe like a month up, or like a lot of talk. Maybe, I mean, it feels like a month in the NFT space. So maybe 3 weeks. And then look at Invisible Friends. Phenomenal project. They've died down and they've settled, I would say, anywhere between a 5 and 6 ETH floor. They were selling, some of them were selling for what, like 20, 30 ETH?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was like crazy stuff like that. And it's just like, it'll settle down. It's like, the cool thing about Invisible Friends, where we may see a pump, is that they're going to have a collaboration with Kith. So that in itself, they're a luxury brand, and I would love to see what they're going to do with that. But you kind of, they fizzle out. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't even be surprised if Proof Collective and Moonbirds fizzle out. Like, either they're going to continue going crazy up, and honestly, they're like the only people that I could see that doing this.
Right.
They're like competing with the Bored Ape Yacht Club. They may turn some heads in this space. And I think Kevin Rose is the guy to do it. Like, he's really that guy.
Possible. It's definitely possible. Like, it's pretty wild seeing I think Brett made this video the other day, and I watched it. He was going through the history of the NFT space from like the beginning, like back in the summer. And I remember when we were in there, I was like, I think all the people who had been, after a few months, you're kind of like tired of the same shit over and over and over again. So seeing all these projects kind of do collaborations, working together even. I saw some projects buying each other. Like we had Bored Ape Yacht Club buying Punks and buying Meebus. Like, that's fucking wild. But we're finally hitting, like, not a tipping point, but we're starting to see like a little bit of maturity in certain projects here and there. A little bit of extra creativity, because we needed it. We had like a month and a half or 2 months straight of like nothing exciting, nothing creative. And we're like, fuck, dude. No one's got anything here. But now projects are starting to say, oh shit, like we actually have like a lot of money. We have a lot of a big following. Some of these projects have really, really built a brand here. Not a lot, but some of them have. And we're starting to see a little bit of like some moves here into a more stable direction, I guess you could say.
Yeah. I mean, you're starting to see less and less ship projects. Like, I mean, of course you're going to see a ton of them, but you're seeing a lot of less ship projects getting hyped up.
Or selling out, even close to selling out.
Yeah. It's because like, they're like, you know what, we know. And so like the leaders in the space are already, it's not like we're shitting on them like to FUD them. It's just like, no, this is a trash project. I wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
Like, simple as that. It's just like, I have a big problem right now with people that are verified on Twitter and they're liking your post within 5 to 10 seconds. It's like, dude, you're a loser. You're buying and you bought a bot to like somebody else's post just because it says NFT, and you want to be looked at in the space as somebody who knows what they're talking about. And it's just like, that doesn't sit right with me. Like, I have people in my brain right now. I don't have to have beef with them. You know what I mean? It's unnecessary, but I know I've taken notes on, like, I have a whole notes of like people that I know pay for this kind of stuff. And it's like, you don't mean anything to me. Like, everything you say is not legitimate. Like, and I think a lot of people need to start realizing that those people are fakes. Those people are the ones that are hurting the space, and they're in there for the clout. They're not in here like you and me. You are here because you love what you do. You don't care about the following. You know you're going to be doing this for the rest of your life, possibly, my dude. You know, I totally see this for you. That I see you like as like a Joe Rogan, like somebody who's hosting these podcasts. You know what I mean? Like you're just out there. You're out here. You know what I mean? And it like, you're the only person right now I can say, and I confidently say, you're the only like YouTube streamer. Oh, I got one other one, Nifty Alpha. But you are the only person consistently doing YouTube streams. And I think that's really important, because I think YouTube is also pushing streamers because they got to compete with Twitch and so on and so forth.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Are they actually?
I mean, dude, of course they are. Shit. Why wouldn't they be?
Right,
and unless you for pushing, I know they're pushing. But yeah, okay. Twitch, I mean, YouTube doesn't own Twitch, because if they did, they wouldn't have YouTube lives.
True. Yeah, well, I appreciate you saying that, and I agree on a lot of the points you said there, especially with anyone who has a Bored Ape verification mark or like over 100,000 subscribers. You know,
they just think they know it all, right?
I don't know. There's a lot of Twitter people who have an exorbitant amount of Twitter followers. Just like, what the fuck? And then you look at their YouTube, they got not even a fraction of how many, like, 10,000, 12,000, 15,000, and then like 400K on Twitter. I'm like, how the fuck? And I'm like, oh, giveaways. It's like, all giveaways. Cool. Like, do giveaways, do let's giveaways. Like, it's fine, but it's just like, it's not the same. Like, for me, I made this video I do this thing where I record a video that I know I'm going to post later for a soundbite in like 10 years or something, like Gary Vee does. And I was like, I'm going to get there. Either way, I'm going to get to the top. Yep, and if I cheat now and I do the things that I know I'll get there, so that there's two paths to get there. I'm going to get there either way. One, I take the shortcut early and I do all the Twitter giveaways every single day. I grow my following to 200K super quick, and I get to the top at some point, but I realized that I did it just the same way everybody else did. Or I'm still going to get there to the top, and I didn't do that, and I didn't cut the corners, and I can look back and say I did that shit. But I'm like, fuck, I should do probably something in the middle here and do some giveaways every now and then.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I'm trying to find a healthy balance now because, dude, I did a giveaway the other day. I had like 100 people respond, and I was like, oh my god, like it was like a lot of fake engagement, like because I told people I did a Chip Toes giveaway. It was a whitelist, and I told people to tweet X at this certain tweet, and I had over 100. And it was like X, 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 X. And I was like, damn, like I don't like this. Like I'm almost thinking about creating another Twitter just for my giveaways.
Respect to Brandon Bento Boy. He made another account for his giveaways. Really? I mean, he already got like a shit ton of followers, but like it still was like, oh, that's actually cool. I respect that a lot. And that maybe.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out the healthy balance because like I do have some whitelists and it's like I do want to give them away, you know what I mean? And I don't really want. Yeah, I mean, I guess, yeah, you know what? Because I was even thinking, even at our status, I was thinking about making a giveaway channel as well, just on Twitter, just so I have like my buddy Zimmerman, he would just run it. And it's like, okay, to enter this raffle, like in the bio, let's just say, yeah, you know what? I'm going to do this 100%. But it's going to say in the bio, to enter these raffles, you must be following myself and Zimmerman. And then, and then it's like, and follow this account. You know what I mean? Because then it's like, okay, they're there for the giveaways. The alpha is being spit on my channel, but the giveaways are somewhere else. You know what I mean? And it's like, if they're doing the giveaways, they got to be following the account and they got to be following me. So it's like a win-win. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Hopefully you do the same because it just makes sense, bro. It really does because I don't like that fake. I don't like fake engagement. I don't like fake love. It's just, it's not me.
It doesn't help you either. It doesn't really, I mean, it helps in some ways. It helps open doors every now and then, but it's like, if you're still doing the right things, I mean, you're at what, 1,000 subscribers almost on YouTube. You're like right about to hit 1,000 on YouTube, I think, right?
I think I'm like I literally checked right before the stream. I think I get like 995 or something like that.
994. You're 6 away. Okay, if anyone's watching the stream right now, oh shit! If you're watching the stream right now, or you're watching this as not live, and he's not at 1,000 fucking subscribers yet, it's your fault. Whoever's watching this is your fault because you can click the subscribe button right now. His links are in the description of this stream. Come on, why is my internet so slow right now?
I'm actually curious.
994. All right, you're 6 away.
Yeah,
but 6 away. But you've been dropping really good information.
But at the same time, Cade, that's why I think I'm not even worried about you or me. It's because I'm not here for the followers. I'm not here for the likes. I don't care. I really don't. Like, would it be great? Phenomenal. Of course, it's going to help my reach. It's going to help my credibility and all that kind of stuff. So there is some good stuff about it. But as the actual context of like, hey, I need to get to 100,000. Like, yeah, I know it's going to happen. It's just when is it going to happen and how is it going to happen? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I just want to be legitimate about what I'm doing. I don't need to buy the followers. I don't need to do that. Bryce, the man.
Bryce, fuck yeah. No, I agree. And honestly, I think you and I can both say this because, and I definitely want to talk to you about this. Oh fuck, we got a couple people who subscribed just now. So I did the fitness influencing route a while back, like in 2017. So I was a fitness influencer person on Instagram. That was fun. You know, I did all the followers, did all the giveaways. I bought followers before. I've done all the things, and I've, gotten. I didn't get to the top, but I've done the things, right? And I've done the brand deals and stuff like that. So I'm like, I get the game, and I've done the game.
That's
and
solid.
It still did not make me happy, and I was like, fuck. And so that's why when I transitioned over from fitness content, I was like, okay, I got like 15,000 or something on Instagram. I could just like delete all my photos and just start a new brand and just keep the 15K. And then I was like, but that's kind of stupid because nobody cares about my other stuff. So I deleted that account, which it hurt a little bit. And it's not gonna lie, it still hurts a little bit. But I restarted it. And now that I'm like, it's like I hit 1,000 on Instagram, I'm like, holy shit, like I earned all of those followers. And I look at Twitter, I'm like 6,000, like, I earned all of you. I'm like, I earned all of you. I didn't just do these things where like I'm getting more out of it than they are. I'm like, they're following me for a reason. And that actually feels good. And I know I'm going to get to the top. But I think it's because we're able to look back and remember, like, I know what it felt like to have those followers and have all the things. And I just didn't feel any different than I do now. And I feel better now. And you also had a massive come up. You were like actually, you just tell the story. You were doing Vine. We got a Viner on the stream. We got a fucking OG Viner.
It was so funny. I had an AMA today with NFT Academy. I think it was like the first or second person came up on the stage, and they were talking about my Vines, and I was like, "Oh God, he remembers." But it's cool. Like, I mean, I really blew up. I was really out there. But when I look back at it, even then, because I want to explain to everybody right here. Me doing Vine back then and having that amount of following was kind of embarrassing there was no such thing as an influencer. I was an internet boy. I was that weird guy that had friends on the internet. That's I'm being true. Like, people made fun of me, and it wasn't like it was like malicious, but definitely people would take shots at me. And
what year was this?
2012, 2013.
Yeah, you are right. It wasn't big or cool back then. It was cool. Like, man, there was a certain point where it became cool, but I think it's when the influencers came in, like 2015, maybe something, 2016.
Yeah. I'm not too sure, but like I think by 2015, I think I was out. I blew up, had a great following, and it was just like, I'm like, I got it. For me, it was like I was doing comedy and I was being silly and I was doing pranks, and I would say my pranks were innocent. Like, it was like I hugged it out with them and stuff. The pranks now, man, like some of them are funny, but some of them are really mean. It's just like,
dude, they are. They're like not funny. They're just straight up like cringe and painful. Yeah. I'm like, oh my God, bro.
Dude, it's like I saw this one guy fucking come up to this guy at the gym and say some shit. And you know when it's acting and you know it's not when you've been in the social media game for a while. Some guy got really mad, and it definitely wasn't acting, because you just know. And if they were acting, that person deserves to be in Hollywood. You know what I mean? But 99% of the time, I know when it's like fake. So it's like whatever. Yeah. But yeah, it's like this guy was talking shit to this guy. This guy wasn't having a good day, and then the other YouTuber or the guy behind the scenes was like getting defensive, like, oh, what's your problem? It's like, what do you mean? You just fucked with somebody. Like, you deserve that. And it was like, my pranks aren't all, wait, what does it say? Aren't prank channels now all fake? Yeah, majority are. They really are.
Shout out Nelk, because Nelk, I trust that they're not faking it. I just can't imagine they are. They're just so fucking ruthless, but it's still like ruthless. Not classy, but it's still kind of classy, bro. Like they're still creative with it.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Like the moans, that it's just like, it's so innocent, bro. It's like, and it's just like, it's so funny.
Bro, Salim is so funny.
Yeah, Salim, he's great. He keeps a straight face, and it's
dude. I don't know how he fucking does it.
They're an entertaining crowd. I really enjoy their content. But yeah, most pranks are just boring and they're fake. It's like, I saw a lot of stuff is fake on the internet, and that's what I like about the blockchain.
True. Wait, so when you were on Vine, did you ever do any like super public shit where it's like,
I still have videos. I was just, because Tom asked me about like my Vine career, and I was like, I was interested in it. I was like, I'm gonna go check this out. I looked into it. I found videos of this Vine meetup. I don't know if you've ever heard of what those were. It was pretty much like what a Vine meetup was. It was like, hey, me and so and so and so and so are gonna be here at this time, at this date. Come through. Yeah, we shut down a mall. Like,
that's fucking wild.
At least 1,000 people, like, yelling, screaming. We got escorted into the back rooms of this mall that I grew up at. I never even saw it. It was like I didn't even know this stuff was here. And then from that point on, we were shopping in the mall, but we were caged in. So we would shop in at whatever store we wanted, but the doors were locked. And it was like, hey, they're coming to this store. Blah, 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 blah. And then a flood of people. I mean, I think 2 people had like, someone had like a heart attack or something, or like an anxiety attack, which was unfortunate. Yeah. And like the hospital or the ambulances were there, and like the police came, they shut us down. Jesus. They let us do the shopping, and then they escorted us out. It was just like, it was like I was in a cage, and like people were just taking pictures and videos. But this was like, and it was whatever. It wasn't what fueled me. And then the other thing is, I was just ignorant at the time, like ignorant to like how important social media was and how cool it is to have a voice. Because what was it? Because oh shoot, I lost my train of thought. Oh, because right now it's like it's cool. Like you can actually be out there and talk, and like people will listen, and you can build that community. There was really no community back then. It was just likes and followers and comments. And I was commenting, like just tagging you. It wasn't like it wasn't like there was a comment section was hilarious like it is on TikTok now.
Oh my God, it's ridiculous now.
The other thing is I didn't really grasp the concept of money at a very young age. I always worked very hard. I started working at like 14. But I didn't really grasp that I made 1,500 on a 6-second video. You know, it was stuff like that. Like it was like
you didn't notice how much of a thing that you could have made that.
Yeah. Damn, but it was like it is what it is. You know what I mean? You live and you learn. And I'm in this space for the long run. I know what I'm gonna do, and I have a lot of mistakes that I made on Vine. Not like bad mistakes. I'm saying like, oh, I wish I would have cross-platformed, or I wish I would have connected with more people and stuff like that, or like help other people grow more. And it's like I'm trying to fix those mistakes. Like it's like I almost have like, it sounds pathetic, brother, but like it's almost like I have a second chance at life, because to be honest, I feel like this has been my calling since I've been a kid. like to be in this like type of like environment where I get to like talk to people and share like opinions and stuff like that. And now it's like, yo, I get to do it right this time in a more professional setting.
Yeah, no, I totally resonate with you there, because I did the same. I didn't really connect with anyone. I never went to, like, I don't, are you going to NFT NYC?
Yeah, I am.
Fuck yeah. Okay. So I forgot. Yeah, I think we were in the chat all talking about that. You're right. That's gonna be lit. That's gonna be crazy. Wow. That's gonna be wild.
It's gonna be so much fun.
I'm excited for that.
It's just gonna be great to connect with people that I've seen all throughout this whole journey. You know what I mean? And it's just like, not only that, I'm pretty sure you, me, and Tom are planning on doing a podcast together. At least that's what Tom told me. So that'd be fun.
I'm down. Whatever. I'm down for all the things, dude. I love. If the word podcast is in the sentence, I'm doing it.
We can even rent a studio or something along those lines. It would be fun. Yeah, stuff like that. So I'm very excited. The other thing is, the reason I really hopped in, this feels like Vine. I was at the beginning.
Shit, okay.
I was at the beginning of Web 2.0 when social media. This is Web 3.0. This is very similar. The same kind of attention, the same type of amount of people. The reach of people right now is you can connect with a lot more people than I think you can even fathom. Like, this goes for everybody. You can really connect with people right now, because I can almost guarantee you that a year from now, I guarantee you that a year to 3 years from now, Kate and I are going to not be unreachable, but it's going to be a lot harder to reach. It's a fact, because it's going to happen with growth. It's going to happen with consistency. You might have a manager, someone taking care of all that stuff, your PR and all that kind of stuff. And things change, you know?
Yeah.
And that's what I hope for myself. And I hope the best for you. You know what I mean? I want to see you grow. And of course, if I blow up, you're going to blow up. And so is Tom and everybody around me, because my goal is there's no reason to be at the top all alone.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Dude, me and Tom said the same thing. I totally agree with you there. We're all going to get there.
I put that in Tom all the time. Like, yeah, he has the same mentality, but I'm like, dude, I'm not here to. You'd even say stuff like, "Don't forget about me." I was like, dude, I'm not gonna forget. Like, I've never been that kind of person. I would say I've gotten fucked over a good amount of times in my life, but I still help people out. You know what I mean? I'm still doing it. It's like, I'm not gonna. I don't want to change who I am because I've been burnt. You know?
Yeah. It's like NFT Newbies is a great point here. Abundance life. Right. Abundance, everything. Everything is so painfully abundant. Everything. Shout out Gary Vee for putting that energy out there, because while I knew these things, he really kind of amplified that voice. And I was like, to see someone with so much fucking success not lose his, and like, there's a quote that I love about, if you can walk with kings and still, be friends with the commoners, some shit like that. Basically, like, don't become an asshole when you get to the top. And to watch him still be cool, it's just so nice to see, dude.
But it's like, it's so genuine. It's real. You know what I mean? I know a lot of people that have made it to the top and they're fucking miserable because they're dicks. You know what I mean? Like, I try my best to acknowledge as many people. And it's like, for example, I'm at the gym the other day and it's like, yeah, this guy's working hard, folding towels. And it's like, I always make sure to reach out and say, hey, how you doing today? You know what I mean? Because a lot of people just walk past these type of people, like a janitor. It's like, hey, how's it going? Like, if you could treat a janitor the same way you treat a CEO, that speaks volumes. Like, I hate being around people that look down on people. The second someone starts talking shit, it's like, oh, that was me 2 years ago. Yeah. And that's how you look at people. And it's like, that's not how I see people. I see people in a very like, if they're good and they're nice and they want to talk, it's like, yeah, let's be friends. You know what I mean?
Why you like that, you think? What is it like with something in the past? Maybe like you worked a couple jobs, you ate shit for a while, and so you're able to see that, because there's some people who literally don't see that.
I've ate a lot of shit, but honestly, I just liked being inclusive. I think I got excluded out of some things in life, not like in like bad things. Like, let's just say if it's like it was time to partner up, you and me in the class, all right. And I'm like, oh, I can't wait to partner up with Joyage or Cade. And it's like, oh, you already chose somebody else. You know, something along those lines. Are like, oh, there's a party, and like, let's just say I wasn't invited, and it was like, oh, like that kind of burnt. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I don't like excluding people. You know what I mean? It's not fun. What do you get out of that? It's like it's literally the more the merrier. It's just like, let's be nice. It's more fun to me to be kind than to be a fucking dick. Because if you catch me on the wrong day, I can be a dick. You know what I mean? But at the same time, look, I'll give you an example. I'll give you a real life example. I was having a tough day. I was in the sauna. This guy came in to take pictures in the sauna. I was already fuming. You know what I mean? And he had the door. Yeah,
Like an influencer or something?
No, I don't know, just a random guy, and I got mad. I was like, "Hey, man, like, can we close the door because you're letting all the heat out?" And I was
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
a dick about it. Yeah, I really was. And he said something, da 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 da, and he walked out. You know what I did? I walked out of that sauna and I went up to him. I was like, "Hey, I'm sorry. I'm having a bad day. You didn't deserve that. I understand where you're coming from. You're just doing it for the gram. Best of luck to you. I'll see you around." That person I see at the gym, I always dap him up now.
Yeah.
It's just like it's like real, bro. You know what I mean? You
Yeah.
just got like sometimes you just have a bad day, and it's just like
Mhm.
you gotta be LOL sound drama.
Sauna drama.
you just gotta I don't know. You just gotta be nice, really.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I agree.
Like, and it's just like I'm 99% of the time very kind, but I mean everybody has their days.
Yeah.
Who
No,
takes pictures in the
100%.
sauna?
Yeah.
Somebody I don't know. I wasn't even mad about the pictures. I didn't care. My thing
Yeah.
was that
It's
they were
just the
holding the
heat.
door open. I was like, dude,
Yeah,
I'm in
no,
here in
and
the sauna.
honestly, bro, you're in your realm of like that's okay. If I did that shit, I would have been like, oh, dude, I'm sorry. I completely forgot the door was open.
Yeah, but
Um,
it was just being like
yeah,
he was like puffing up his chest like I'm here to flex. And I was like,
yeah,
dude,
yeah.
like I'm not here to do that, you know?
Well, I mean, it's good to have that mentality, especially early to I don't know, to check yourself and to remain like as self-aware as possible,
Mhm.
especially on this come up when we're on this constant 24/7 grind where it's not like my days are split up anymore by like sleep. Like I'll wake up in the morning and it's like as soon as my eyes open, it's like, all right, carry on from yesterday's last thought. Like there's
Yeah.
no breaks anymore. So everything
No.
feels like it's just one long thing. But to remain like I don't know, to practice what you preach and to remain like who you are and not lose sight of who you are is super important in growing in this space.
Living your truth, man. It's
Yeah.
literally what you do. And that yeah, you're great at it. Like you've been living your truth and you're just going out and just being like who you are. And I think that speaks volumes, you know what I mean? I believe that your type of crowd is very loyal because you are vulnerable. I've seen you talk about things that I'm just not going to bring up right now, but things that are pretty vulnerable. And it's just like, holy shit, this is why he connects with his crowd the way he does. This is why he has that relationship with his community. And it's
Mhm.
just like that's cool to see.
Yeah, hell yeah! And I gotta shout out Gary Vee for that. Tom Bilyeu, some of my people I've watched, and like I pay attention to like the way I don't know about you for social media. I don't know how people who watch social media think about, it, but the way I've always watched social media because I've always since like middle school have always wanted to be a YouTuber. That was always the dream, and I didn't even know what
Really?
that meant back in middle school. I always liked the idea because I was the same with you. Like I would get excluded from things every now and then. Fucking hurt. I was never invited to parties, never invited to anything until like 10th grade when I changed schools and like put on this mask and became some other douchebag. And so like that worked, and which sucked, but that worked. And so like all the way up to that, I was like, man, I'm getting left out of everything. I
Yeah, but
suck, but on the internet, at least I had like a fair shake. Like I would
mhm,
post a video, I'm like, okay, well, this video is like objectively like kind of good. Someone might like it, and to see
mhm.
that, to see people commenting, I remember I got shouted out by Free Kickers, it was like a big YouTube channel back in the day, and I was like, holy shit, this is wild. And so I've always wanted to be a YouTuber, so I always watched content with the idea that there's something in this content, especially if it's blew up or if there's 20,000
Mhm.
views, 50,000 views, some reason a lot of people clicked on it, and I got to figure out every single angle of why it blew up so I can apply it to my videos one day. And I
Exactly.
added that and added that. Every time I watch Gary's videos, to say, okay, which videos that Gary Vee posts do I really fuck with and
Mhm.
why? And then I try and
Why?
reverse engineer everything from there.
That's super smart. Super smart. And it's like, yeah, to go on that point, it's just it's you doing your research. It's you doing that extra step. It's like, okay, why did this blow up? How can I recreate this in my own brand? You know?
Mhm.
And yeah, that's really smart. I do that with my own videos because I try to figure out why did this one do better than the next one,
Yeah.
and it's like what can I do differently next time to improve on it. But that's why you're growing. That's why you have your following. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Hell
But
yeah. And
but one of the things that you touched on something that I wanted to bring back up. You were talking about oh okay the one of the things that just come to like senses with is like being excluded and being left out. It's and people being mean to you. It's just because misery wants company. And if you can resonate with that, I think you'll find a lot of peace in your life that and understand that like, hey, the reason that this happened is because they see the potential in you and they want to stay away from that because they
yeah,
don't want to see you grow. Like I'm the opposite. I like seeing people that can do better than me, and I want to surround myself by those people because I know that they can better me in the end. But
exactly.
misery always wants company, and it's just like empathy, empathy, empathy. Like I've had some mean comments, but the way I try to respond to them is I never respond. First of all, if someone says mean comment, I usually don't respond. But if they say something really mean, I'll literally respond, "Hey, man," or Yeah, like, hey man, I hope you're having, or no, I was you usually say something like along the lines of like, hey man, I hope whatever you're going through it, you get through it. Best of luck to you. I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care, and just flip the fucking script on them. Just because it's like, dude, it's like I don't have time for this negative shit. You know what I mean? It's like I'm not gonna feed into this. Like, if someone comes after me for a project that they bought and I promoted it, or not even promoted, because it's the promo is not the right word, informed them on, that's your fault. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I do my due diligence. I just post about it. And you have to be an adult enough, even if you're 16 buying this, you have to be smart enough to understand what you're buying. That's why I never tell people go and buy something, because nobody should tell
Yeah.
somebody to go buy something. You know, it
Yeah.
is what it is. You develop your own opinion. I've given you all of the stuff that I know, or at least the highlights, but you still got to watch the market. Just like if someone gets whitelist, they don't have to buy the project. You know what I mean? That's on you if you
Right.
messed up on the whitelist. Simple as
Yeah,
that.
I agree. I agree. And it's funny. I used to try and do the thing with trying to hate comments that you just said, but I found that it left me more empty than before. And I was like, okay, how
Really?
can I? Because well, for me, it definitely comes from a deep rooted like insecurity back in the day, where it's like I already felt like an imposter, like a horrible imposter syndrome my whole life. Like anytime anything good happened, I was waiting for that shit to crash down. So like anytime I
Mhm.
do have a hate comment or someone saying something, typically it's the only ones that really like trigger me in any sense is when they say something and I very clearly know they didn't watch the video, or
Mhm.
they read the title, the thumbnail, and they said something, and I'm just like, dude, are
Headline
you
readers.
fucking kidding me? Like I dropped so much helpful information and you did, and it's
Yeah.
because I always watch content with the intent to learn something, but I understand that most people don't. So I took a page out of Gary's book, as I always do. He always makes these videos called responding to comments. I was like, bro, I can just make a fucking video out of all
Yeah.
these hate comments, and I can just like
Address
vent
them.
and then drop some helpful information. And then
Yeah.
yeah, like I agree with you. Like if they're leaving a hate comment, I've never thought to leave a hate comment, so I know they're in a painful spot in their life. So I get that. But for me to say that doesn't make me feel any better. It just makes me hold on to it more. And I'm just like, fuck. So I found out that making those videos like really gives me some I don't know, you know?
Some clarity. Yeah, but you know
Yeah.
what I realized? 99% of the time, 99% of the time, they're just thumb warriors. And what I mean by that
Yeah.
is they're behind a screen, they're miserable, and they want to say something mean. But when I respond to them, it's like it's in the DMs. Oh, I was just kidding, bro. Da,
Yeah.
da, da, da. It's like,
Always,
all
always.
right.
And they don't
It's like
even respond most of the time. They don't even like look at the response to your thing anyway. So
I
it's
think
like,
sometimes it's just they want to get a reaction. It's like I'm not
yeah,
the guy who's gonna give you that reaction. It's just like
yeah.
I'll smile at you, like I kill you with kindness. I'll kill you with kindness. Like, you know what
Dude,
I mean?
I DM them sometimes, and it's always good.
It's
Every
always
single
good.
time it's been good.
Every time that someone has left something mean to me, if I DM them, it's always, "Oh
Yeah,
my
bro.
gosh, I can't believe you responded," or something
Yeah,
along those lines. It's like, "What?" And
it's fucking funny. It's fucking funny.
I mean, dude, even myself, when I think of something really funny, because I have a dry sense of humor, something
Yeah,
really fucking funny, and I want to comment on like a Instagram video, I look at my comment, and if I can see it that it could hurt someone's feelings, 99% of the time I'll drop it.
yeah.
Yeah,
Sometimes if
straight
I
up.
have something I want to say and it's not nice, I'll
I
type it
won't even
out
post it.
and I won't
Yeah,
post it. I'll just type it out. I'm like, oh, like it feels good to see it on the page.
and then
Another thing that's interesting is Bryce. Like Bryce, you know, I've told this like a million times. It's just funny to me. Is
what?
that the way me and Bryce got connected? Is I was on a TikTok live and he was fucking clowning me for everything.
Really?
I would look to the left. He's like, look at this idiot. Looking to the left, or like, do an idiot. Like I pick up a bottle. He's like, that's a stupid bottle. And I
But
was
see,
like,
that
who the
doesn't
fuck
sound
is this guy?
that doesn't even sound but that doesn't even sound like Bryce. Like, once you get to know him, you know that
Yeah,
he's
he
one
was
of the
just fucking
kindest guys.
around. He was just fucking around.
Exactly.
I didn't know what was going on. So I DM'd him. I was like, yo, what the fuck? And we started talking. After like 10 seconds, like, oh, he's cool. And then like we
That's
started
pretty
talking. He
cool.
was in all my lives, and now he's my community manager. So it's just fucking funny, dude. Like,
He's the man, dude. Yeah,
yeah, he
I just have
is.
a really dark sense of humor, so, like, I get
Yeah.
that, and that's pretty bold of Bryce to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, but hey, he got a reaction, and you created a
Yeah.
great friendship, and he's an awesome person.
Yeah.
And
Super cool guy.
that could be something that somebody else is trying to do, like, get a reaction, like, clown us, but they
Hmm.
really mean really good. You know what I mean? Sometimes our humor, you can't tell sarcasm, or you can't understand sarcasm in YouTube videos or comments
It's
in them.
hard.
You know,
It's hard.
it's hard. Like, communication with sometimes with people, it's like, oh, I didn't mean it that way. It's because really I didn't mean it that way. It's like
Yeah.
I was just having fun, and I'm sorry if it came off that way.
Yeah,
Simple.
100%, 100%. And I wanted to go back to what we were talking about with follower count a little bit earlier. I wanted to mention that you're coming up with. I mean, when did you start posting NFT stuff? Do you remember?
Let's check, brother. I don't even know. I really don't know, because I created I think when I actually posted my first YouTube video. Let's see,
It's like somewhat soon, right?
I wish YouTube would actually tell me dates. You know what I mean? It only tells you like it actually does right here. February 20th was my first video that I ever posted. I think. Fire. No, that doesn't sound right, does it?
February, that would have been 2 months ago. Yeah, that's about right. About 2 months ago ish.
Yeah.
2 months ago ish. Yeah, no, and it's good. And the interesting thing is,
hold on. No, that doesn't sound right. Let me. No, because okay, there's a button right here that I can scroll. Okay, there we go. My first video, yeah, this is the one. February 11th, 2022. Okay. I was in the space earlier, but that's when I decided, you know what, I'm gonna take that step forward and create that first video and put myself out there. And it was hard to get back in front of a screen again, man. I was very I would say insecure because I've done it before with Vine, but it was I don't know, being in front of the camera made me extremely nervous. Like it's kind of like I used to always be in front of the camera that I went to a point where I was never in front of the camera ever again. Like I avoided pictures. Yeah. I just got so overwhelmed, I guess, with the social media and the stuff that I was doing that I kind of went against the grain. And I was like, "Ooh, I don't like this." And I would barely post ever. Like I would post on Instagram, then delete the post, and then it was like, yeah. But yeah. So that was when I started, and then that's really when did I really? Because I took it up a notch, and I don't know when. So February, I think I really took it up a notch when let's see, because there was one day I just woke up and I was like, you know what? Because I quit everything for this. I quit everything. Like literally, I was like, yo, I'm done with my job. I'm gonna make this work out. It was not like, oh, can I make this work out? No. I already fell in love with it. I knew exactly what I was gonna do. Now I just had to go out and do it. And then at that point, it was like, yo, I'm posting every day. I'm posting, like I'm out here. Like I'm providing value. You can either pay attention to me right now or you can see me later because I promise I'm going to be in your face. I was just talking about you in the AMA today with marketing and like how to grow your brand, because one of the things that I admire about you is that you're going with that Celsius. And what I mean by that is like people were trying to ask me, hey, how do you connect with brands and stuff? Of course, there's the obvious answer like email and stuff. But someone like yourself, I've seen people have a lot of success, even like on TikTok, where they're just constantly mentioning, like they're doing their stuff, but they love what they do. And they're just constantly mentioning this brand. And at some point, you literally manifest it. And I wouldn't be surprised when you connect with Celsius. You know what I mean?
I'm talking to some people right now with them, which is crazy. But I don't know. I don't want to jinx it, but I have talked to some people, so that is cool. But you're right. No, you're absolutely right. And you fucking just send it. And I think that energy, people pick up on that really early. It doesn't matter. The follower count is pretty much irrelevant when you have that kind of mentality. You have the vibration, the mentality, and it works because I remember when I was at around 1,000, I think all my statistics were probably right up with you. As when Journey, do you know who Journey Crypto is, Tony?
Tony Crypto?
Journey Crypto?
Is he like off your brand? Journey.
No, he's not off my brand. He's a crypto he's the biggest Bored Ape Yacht Club holders. I think that's like one of his like biggest things. But he's also a YouTuber.
Oh, damn. He's making
channel. But he's like one of the OG crypto people. He's like one of those guys. So he followed me when I had like 1,000 followers on Twitter, and I remember being like, "Holy shit! Like it's fucking insane." I was like, "I wonder why." Why would he follow me when he's got all these followers? Like, what could he possibly gain from it? But now that I've kind of grown in the space, I've watched other people kind of come up. I've seen some people with like 50 followers. I see something they do, and I'm like, no, they're gonna do well. People don't care about followers. You just know exactly.
I'll tell you. I'll give you one right now, right off rip. If Bryce keeps it up on TikTok, we'll see him soon.
Agree.
Simple. It's not. It's the value he provides on TikTok. It's simple. If he provides 3 to 5 pieces of content every single day, let's see him in 60 days, and I can guarantee you he'll be in a different spot if he does that for sure.
Yeah.
I have no doubt. It's like people like that. You know what I mean? Every time, because I haven't been on TikTok. I'm starting really. I got an editor to do my TikTok videos, so he's fucking dope. And then I plan on really like going hard on TikTok next week. Right? Yeah, today's Friday, right? Yeah. So next week I have it in my schedule, and it's like that's when I plan on really going hard and pushing it. And Ian Hager, the dope. He's dope, man. He's the homie from WGMI. Yeah, I mean that I think we're all going to see a lot of growth on TikTok, and I'm stoked for that.
Yeah, TikTok is dope.
That now I remember, because I'm not on TikTok as much right now, but I will be. Is that Bryce? His tweets, man, they like it's all shit that aligns with you and me and Tom. Like everything he says is just like motivation. Keep pushing, keep your head down. Forget about this, forget about that. Just go, move forward. Don't look back. It's all that kind of shit. It's just like at some point he will get recognized. It's just a time. You know what I mean? Yeah. Just like Ian right here. He's in the comments right here. Dude, he's got a bright future. He never was in front of a camera. We've been talking. We had an interview on WGMI. He did absolutely phenomenal. He keeps his head down. He fucking puts out content and goes hard. I can guarantee you he'll be there too. Just it's like, and we're all undervalued stocks right now. That's the way I see it. And even when I'm blowing up, I'm still going to be undervalued because I know my worth.
Yeah, I agree. And Brett says, I'm not just copying your information. That's funny.
No, he just copies it and writes. He just plagiarizes it in another way. Dude, dude, it was so funny. I tweeted about it last night. It was one of my favorite experiences ever on a Twitter stream or Twitter Spaces. Somebody 2 nights ago now literally read me my comment. Like,
I saw that tweet. That's fucking funny. That is funny.
I gotta send you the clip. Like, dude, it was so funny. He even tweeted at me who it was. Great guy. He's pretty cool. He's funny. But it was like he was spitting knowledge, and he literally read my tweet to me. And I was like, bro, did you see this? Like, da-da-da-da. And somebody pulled up the tweet, and we were just clowning, having a good time.
That is so funny, bro. Oh my God. I mean, that's a good
cool.
sign.
I mean, that's a great sign. It's like, yeah, I mean, bar for bar. What's it called? It's a great sign because that means people are like paying attention. You know what I mean? People actually enjoy the opinion. That's why I think you're going to do great too, is because you go against the grain, not on every topic, but you have your own opinion. And that's what I respect in the space. I hate when people are like, everything's happy and rainbows and this, that, and the other. It's not like that. It's really not. It's like, yo, I got a different opinion. I don't like this. And that's fine. And I think it's important to have those people. It's not even devil's advocate, but I think it's important to have those people with different opinions that have like, hey, this is my opinion. This is my take. And it's like, I don't care what you got to say. This is just my take.
Yeah, I agree. There's a couple. There's a quote out there, something along the lines of, if you want to be original, you have to be prepared to be wrong. And Benjamin Cohen, I'm trying to think who else another YouTuber does. All I can think of is Benjamin Cohen. But they have a very specific kind of audience that watches his channel based on all the comments I read. I'll read the comments on the videos, and they appreciate that extra different factor that he brings in. He brings in a TA analysis, and he doesn't really particularly give a shit if we're going up or down, because it's content either way for him, which I get. I really, really get that. And so to see those kind of comments, and it's not a bunch of moon boys and moon girls, it's a bunch of people who are trying to learn, who appreciate the fact that they're learning, and he's like keeping them up to date and stuff. And I was like, you know what? I want that audience. I don't want this audience. I want this audience. What is he doing that's different? And I looked, I was like, oh, he's just not biased. He doesn't care. Alex Becker's the same. He doesn't give a fuck about anybody or anything, because he's got it made. He's got it made. He doesn't need their money or anything. So he says what he says, and people fucking love that. Like his rants about Cardano, first 3 minutes of every single video, are fucking funny. They're so funny, and he just doesn't care. And people like when you can bring something different. And this is the part where it pays off that I was bullied hard growing up, but at least like the exclusion factor, it really pays off now. Because back then I would be different. I was doing different stuff, and I knew it wouldn't help me to be popular to keep doing them. But I loved them so much. I love playing soccer anyway. But I was that Asian kid who played soccer, who gave his homework to popular kids to try and fit in. That was me. But I didn't care, because I was like, that's just what I love. I can't not do it because I want to play college soccer. So me sticking with that and being different didn't pay off back then. But on the internet, you can only win if you're different. Everyone who's good on the internet, like all these people who are big, either have like daddy issues or they're fucking weird. Right? It's one of the two. They're weird, and it works online.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things that I realized is like when I look back on people in the space. I mean, not even when I look back on people in high school, it's like, look where they are and look where I am, and it's not comparing. It's just more like, that was the person that was always, even if they weren't picking on me, that was the person that was always mean to everybody. You know what I mean? Doing all that kind of stuff, and it's just like, shit catches up to you. You know what I mean?
No, I agree.
If you're a good person, do good things will happen to you.
Agreed. Where do you what's your end goal? For me, my end goal is the podcasting, to be able to say whatever I want, do whatever I want, Joe Rogan style. Do you have a clear picture of what you want, or are you just trying to grow, trying to talk to people?
Brand.
Hold
on 1 second.
Go ahead.
Gotta give the girl a kiss goodbye. What's it called? Brand. It's all branding for me. I want to be known in the space as, more than anything, if NFTs lose their hype, as in the flipping and all that stuff, I want to be somebody that still does good things in the world and can grow. Like I mean, I've done the vlogging. I've done all that. So like, I want to be ready for whatever happens next, so I can veer into that route. You know what I mean? Because like, I think NFTs are forever, but I'm saying all the hype and the NFT
Mm-hmm.
influencer, that may go away. You never know. You never know. So that's why I think it's important more to create a brand. And at the end of the day, I'm here to help people out. You know what I mean? So wherever I can help someone out, that's what I want to do. But it's just to grow cross-platform and network as much as I can. When I do that. My network, without sounding like an idiot, it was solid, especially when I had social media. Like solid. Like,
it's the net worth. Your network. I mean, what's it called? Your network is your net worth. It's 100% facts.
Yep,
it's exactly everything. Right. You need those doors opened. You need the keys to those doors. If you don't have the keys to any of the doors, it's hard. It's hard. I mean, there's obviously exceptions. You know, not everyone follows the same rules, but like networking is kind of the answer, bro, to like everything.
Yeah, I mean, dude,
my opinion.
I mean, that's how you get jobs. That's how you get money. You know what I mean? That's the truth. You know what I mean? Any real job, either you have like a disgustingly amazing resume, you know, or it's just, it's just like, oh, I know this person. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That's really
especially
what it is.
Especially on social. I mean, if people look at your page and they go, "Oh shit, he's followed by whoever who's big in the space. Fuck, I better follow him. There's a reason that guy's following him. I better follow him too." And it helps. Like whenever I email or DM a big account or whoever to try to do a podcast, I got some people that I've interviewed already. That is just like I just mentioned them. I'm like, hey, I've already interviewed this person. Like I interviewed the founder of Doodles, and it's like, boom, I'm in.
That's
your
what I mean? Rap sheet. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's legit for sure.
Yeah. So it works. It fucking works.
Here's a question off topic. I was actually talking with a team yesterday. I don't know if you heard of them. They're Infinite Dodos. You remember them?
Maybe. I'm not sure. I'm not good with names. I have to see it.
Unhackable wallet.
Let me see. What?
An unhackable wallet. They
what's it called?
Infinite Dodos.
Okay.
You probably have some DMs.
I see it. Here it is.
Yeah, they said they talked to you because I would tell them about you. I was like, yeah, you guys know this person, because they were asking, hey, what influencers should we reach out to? And I told them, hey, like this is one, this is the other, and it was just like they were pretty cool.
I haven't heard of them. They haven't messaged me. I haven't heard of them. But that's cool. Yeah, but no, you're exactly right. They're in different Twitter spaces and stuff. If you're someone that other people bring up in different Twitter spaces and stuff, that means you are doing something fucking right. There's something that's extra that you're bringing, and it's really important. It's like, I mean, there's a bunch of we bring up fucking Bryce all the time.
Yeah.
So
yeah. So what are your plans? I want to hear about your future. What is your ultimate goal in the space? Of course, we want to run with NFTs for as long as we can, but you know what I mean? Like, you're already an entertaining person. I could see you interviewing, I definitely want this for myself, but I could definitely see you interviewing just people in the crypto space for the rest of time.
Yeah, I think that's where probably I'm headed next, is the bigger space of the crypto world and just people in this finance industry first. But what I do know is, this is honestly from watching big influencers transcend their space, like even like Logan Paul or someone, Jake Paul, Logan Paul, who are at the top of the game, but they're not in the top of the game in like a traditional sense. But for them to break into mainstream shit like TV, Jake Paul's like fighting on like ESPN, Logan Paul is fighting Floyd Mayweather, he's like in WWE or whatever. And I'm like, okay, they were at the top of the game for vlogging. Then he transitioned into podcasting. You know, he's doing really well there, and he's able to bridge gaps and do different things in different spaces because he's the top. So if I can get to the top of the finance sphere, that means a conversation with someone else in a different industry at the top becomes a possibility. And those things happen. Next thing I know, I'm interviewing Elon Musk. So that's the goal, is to just continue going up and up and up. That would be the best, to just have a show that's fun. That's usually the thing I get back from people I interview with. They're like, yeah, it was just laid back, it was fun. And that's what I kind of want the brand to be. And so I want to have those conversations with as many people as I can. Lex Fridman is another example. He has conversations way more like deep and in depth, but he talks to fucking everyone. He's trying to, last I heard, he's going to try and interview Putin, which I don't know how the fuck that would happen, especially because you're sitting across from you're sitting across from like a serial killer, basically. Like, that would be hard.
I would be like, yo, because then you got a target on your head.
You know what I mean? Dude.
I'm like, yo, I'm good.
That would be tough. But that's where I want to go.
Interview with Kate and Elon. I like that
one. I've watched like all this. I watch all these people's podcasts. I study them hard, especially if there's someone who I'm going to interview and I know they've been on before. I'm going to try and get them on and ask some different questions. Like when I interviewed Frankie from Supducks, the founder, I knew he's been on many podcasts. and he has a very I don't give a fuck attitude. He lives in California. I got the vibe. I understand that. So I was like, okay, I cannot fuck this up. I cannot ask him the same questions he's already gotten because he's already answered them. And out of watched interviews where they ask him that question, and I can see his demeanor go from like chill to like, are you fucking kidding me? So I opened up and I like opened with like a certain thing that I've never heard anyone bring up, and I asked him a question right off the rip. And it was great, and now we're friends. And it was like, holy shit, this is how it works. And I just want to keep doing that, dude. Just keep building in that
being
space.
unique. You know what I mean? Don't be generic. It's like nobody wants the generic. You know what I mean? Ask the tough questions. Be real. Be yourself. But at the same time, like tell it. Say it how it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's not like and you're not a malicious person, so it's not like you're out here to like get dirt on people. It's not like you're trying to set them up to say something bad. It's just like, hey, you know what I mean? And if they say they don't want to talk about it or they can't speak on it, like they
exactly.
It is
just bring up something else. You just bring up something. And I got a question actually. This is from I think it was in Discord. Someone asked me to ask you this. So you're working with the WGMI Studios. What is it like? What are the people? It's Kosher, Brett,
Bento,
and then who is it? Those it's those three, right?
Ian
those are the three.
Hager, Crypto Brit, and K Money.
What are they like off camera? Not talking about NFTs. I'm sure you guys talk about whatever shit, right?
Yeah, for
What's
sure.
that like?
I mean, it's really cool. I definitely like Kosher's perspective. I like Bento's perspective. They're very humble. They know exactly what they want. Kosher's a builder. He's really cool. Bento, he's got his own lifestyle. Like the guy lives in Hawaii. Like that's so
Does he really?
I had no idea.
That's wild.
Let's see. Brett, he's a go. That's I respect the fuck out of him. He's awesome. What's it called? There's Tia also in that group who is she's incredible. She's the head of operations. Ian, he's a hustler. K Money, I can't speak on K Money. I haven't got to really meet him. I don't know Crypto Brit that well. It's kind of just I've been really, I would say the people I work with the most is definitely Kosher, Bento, Tia, and Brett.
Yeah. So what's your role right now? What's your main
I will be taking over Brett's spot as what I've been told on the podcast. So yeah, as like that's what we're trying to do. Of course, Brett's gonna still be in there as much as he can, but he's doing a lot of stuff on the back end. You know what I mean? So it's like he almost needs somebody to fill in for him, and then he'll still be a part of the podcast, which is solid. But yeah, that's my role as of right now. I help out with the WGMI spotlights as well, which is like something that most people can't see because it's a private thing for them. The private podcast as well. And I try my best. I'm always feeding them like marketing or wherever I can help, man, I'm a help. That's literally why I came in here. It's like I gotta prove my worth. That's really what it is.
It's a good mindset to be in the beginning.
And I mean the cool, and I think a suggestion I always have is just don't ask for shit. I haven't asked for anything. You can ask Brett, you can ask Kosher, you can ask Bento. I try to provide value. I've not asked. I don't think they could. Not a single one of them could say, Andres has asked for this. It's like I'm just out here to give. I'm here to whatever.
So move over, Brett. Here comes Andres.
Yeah, I mean,
love it, dude.
It'll be fun. Brett, I mean, his content is incredible. He's an incredibly smart guy, and he's going the route that I want to go into. Like he's more looking at the professional side. He's looking at that way. Like because that's where I see the future of NFTs. Like I still want to be talking on NFTs and I would love to be an influencer on NFTs, but I want to be talking about the companies coming into the space, how NFTs are being utilized, so on and so forth, something along those lines. That's what I really like.
And it sounds like we've all that's fucking funny.
That's hilarious.
Wait, who's the other guy? It's Llama who also posts shitty food on Twitter. That's a fucking funny bit, dude. To see that, it's like a joke with NFT and Twitter. Like Benjamin Cohen also does that. He has his own little. I mean, the guy's fucking loaded. He's got money. He can afford a little studio, but for him to go and like on his YouTube platform, he's got like two dining chairs in the background of his like empty room with like a sheet on the ground, a fucking wrapper, and like that's it. And people like make fun of him because he's got all this money, but it's like the joke with NFT people. We don't fucking spend any money. It's all on JPEGs all day long.
It's all, and that's the thing though. Like I definitely wouldn't say I like living a very. You're good.
Keep talking. I'm gonna switch my camera.
I like living a comfortable life, but I don't need the material. You know, I think I'm a pretty simple guy. I like really nice things. I definitely do. I like high quality stuff, but it's not necessarily something I need. It's something that I've just kind of grown. I've always wanted. And now that I have, it just kind of feels the same. That's kind of most of the time you'll see me not wearing any brands. I'm not a flashy. I don't like to be that flashy kind of guy. I just like the simple stuff. Like that's why I love Kanye's like his clothing line, because there is no branding. Like it's Kanye's, but there's nothing that says like Yeezy on it. You know what I mean? Obviously, if you're wearing the shoes, different. But even the shoes, I mean, I even have one of his pairs of shoes right here. See, like,
yes, man, he's flexing the Yeezys on us.
No. There's like, you know what I mean? There's nothing on here.
Right.
There's nothing like it's plain. I like that. I mean, there's other Yeezys that he has that like they're Yeezys, but those just look like military boots and they're just comfortable and I like them. I don't know. My thing is like I've always aspired to go your route, and I plan on doing so, especially as I'm building this brand. I want to wear my stuff. Exactly. I want to brand myself. I don't want to wear other people's stuff. That's not. I don't like that. Like, exactly. Like I don't like wearing Nike. Like I don't like wearing anything because it's like, no, that's not like it's like, I don't know. It's like they're branding you, literally. I mean, that's how I see it, and it's just like I don't want to wear that stuff. Like a lot of them stand for bad things in the real world. You know what I mean? And it's just like if I can avoid certain things, I want to. Like I love wearing plain black t-shirts.
Yeah.
That's my favorite.
Same. That's what I do with my clothes. And honestly, like everything I get is from with the benefit of the internet is we get to watch people who did it before us, who we like, and we can copy certain aspects of their stuff that they did. And we can say, oh, I like what he did. I'm going to do that in my thing or whatever. And so I watched Logan Paul always repping his own clothes. He doesn't wear anything else. It's just Maverick. And so I watched him do that. And he's like, it's a passive form of manifestation for him. And to see him talk about that, I was like, wait, he's fucking right. Because I see Joyage everywhere in the background. Got my Joyage thing there. I see my stickers everywhere. And everything is just Joyage. Everything I see everywhere I look. All my shirts are now Joyage. Like everything's the same, but it's also plain. It's also like it's just the word, or it's just the little logo in the corner. That's all it is. I got it on my fingers too, but it's very low key.
That's so fucking dope. And I saw you post like some like inverted photo or video. Yeah. That's so sick. But yeah, I like that. I'm not. You'll never see me rocking a Louis belt, a Gucci. Like, dude, it's just not my style. It's like I don't need to flex what I have. I just have what I have, and it is what it is. Like I don't like it's kind of like the followers thing. Like I like meeting people organically, and it's not like they have like I hate meeting people and they share like, dude, one of my biggest things with networking, I hate when I meet somebody and they tell me what they do, what kind of car they have, how they can help me.
No fucking way people say that. Do they really? Right to your face?
All the time. It's like, I mean, especially people out here, name droppers. Oh my!
Why? God, why would they need to say that to you? Like, where does that come up?
Puff up their chest. It's like, oh,
you say hi and they say that to you?
No. It's like, hey, how's it going? And like let's just say they know you have followers or something.
Oh, okay,
okay. It's almost like they want to flex what they have and like, let's work together. And it's just like, like that's not how you really go about it. And it's just like, even if someone's just talking to me, but it's just like instead of them talking to me, they're just really just bragging about what they have. It's like, oh, like I'll just meet somebody. Oh, you got to come to my yacht. Da 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 da. And I was like, nah, I'm good, bro. Like I don't. You know what I mean?
Wait, did you get? There was a what's it called? Bitcoin Miami or something?
Yeah.
There's all these TikTokers are going to this thing. I guess they all like, I don't know. I guess they all pulled their money together and bought a yacht or something. And I had like 3 TikToker people ask me to go on their yacht party, and I was just like, that is going to be the lamest thing ever. And I saw some videos after and I was like, oh yeah, I don't know what it is. Like it would have been cool, whatever. Like, oh, it's on a yacht, cool. But it's just like, I guess I know why, like the intention behind why they did it. It's not because they like are fun and they want to like bring people together. It's like, they're trying to flex. And I'm just like, I'm not fuck about that.
I want to be on a yacht, but I want to own that yacht. I will be on yachts. I will be on yachts. You know what I mean? But I like quieter crowds. I'm not really the bar guy anymore. Like I was really young when I went out and I did all that. And it's just like, I like chill bars. I mean, of course, if like there's a special occasion, of course I'm going to go to the bar. I'm not against it, but I don't like the big crowds. I don't like the being in the bar. I feel like every guy in there is just trying to puff their chest and fight. And it's just like a bunch of testosterone just trying to like get riled up. And it's just like, I just want peace. Like, don't bump into me. Like I don't need to flex to buy bottles. I don't need to do all that,
Yeah. me and my buddy had a bachelor's party in Vegas, and it was the first time I'd ever like gone to anything like that. So we were there, and he was like, "Yeah, we're gonna do like table service and blah blah." I didn't know what to expect. I've never been anything like that. So we get it, and it was just like a small corner. We have our own little table. We have our people, and we're all just like huddled around chatting. Did something happen?
Yeah, I have a stand-up desk that like started going up. I was like,
but yeah, anyway, we were like in this corner, we had our group and we were also hanging out on the table, and I see everyone else, like there's like the rave downstairs and all this stuff, and I was like, wow, this is actually fucking awesome. We can just all hang out. I don't have to like worry about other people or like,
yeah,
I don't know. Like it was just cool to like have that and have our people. So I hope when we're at NFT NYC, maybe we do something like that where we can all just kind of hang out in one spot.
For sure.
Like the more chill bars are way more fun. You can actually talk to people.
And I like having conversation. That's the other thing. I'm kind of like over just getting just obliterated and feeling like shit, you know. I've never really, I like drinking and I like drinking at home, but the other thing is I've become like more, I used to be very extroverted and I still think it shows at times, but now I have like this really cool side of me that like is introverted, and I like being home, and I like dude, yeah. I'll be out with my girl and it's like, hey, like it's 2 a.m. like, can we not go out to eat? You know what I mean? It's like, I want to go home, you know. It's just, I'm ready for bedtime. It hits 12. Like I went out the other day, it was like 1 o'clock. I was like, I'm tired, I want to go home, you know what I mean? I'm not ready to do all this other stuff. Like degenning, I can stay up till 2-3 a.m. easy. But it's just the drinking, and it's just like, not me. No.
It's because we kind of remember like why we were doing it back then too, and we're like, we don't really align with that. It's like that was me a year ago. It's just I'm just different now, and like we're just growing and stuff. And honestly, for people who are watching this, or if you're watching this live or not, drop a fucking like for that, because we're all growing up and maturing, and we're finding out stuff about ourselves. Doesn't mean people who are partying don't or like are all trying to like be someone cool or whatever. Like that's just the thing, but. Still drop a like, because we're all out here trying to grow as people and find out more about ourselves and whatnot. And I had this question for you. At what point, so I feel like everyone kind of has like a wake up call in their life. For me, it was in college. My girlfriend dumped me. It was horrible. And I woke up. That's when I had like a, whoa, what the fuck am I doing? Like, I don't remember the last time. Like, I don't know what I did before that. It was like I woke up. Did you have a moment like that ever? Or is it you've always kind of like, some people, it's like 3 years old and they're just like, whoa, I'm self-aware.
No, I did not have a moment like that. But what I will say is I've always wanted more. I've always worked on myself. I've always worked on my mentality. I've always never given myself too much credit, but at the same time, like, good job.
Yeah.
Like, I think perspective is very important. I think it was gradual. And I don't know. My mom really just kind of instilled into me, like, I could do anything in the fucking world I want to do. And it's just like, I have that in me, that I have greatness inside me. And I don't want it to come off as cocky, because it can, but it's more of like, hey, no, guys, like I'm leading with confidence. I love what I genuinely believe in myself. That's really all it is. And it takes a lot of time, and it's a lot of, I've been burnt a lot, you know what I mean? And that's also a part of the journey. It's like, to get burnt and keep moving forward, to get done wrong, and just.
I thought you were about to quote Rocky. You started there. I was like, this motherfucker is about to quote Rocky. Oh my God.
But it's just like, I don't know. It's just, it's to quote Rocky, life isn't all fucking rainbows and butterflies. And I think it's really important, if you can find this middle ground, to not get too high on life and not get too low on life.
That's great advice right there.
Stay consistent, and just don't get too overhyped, and don't get too down on yourself, because this is from, I think, what is this, from Blow? It's something along the lines of, when you're down on your luck, everything looks like shit, but when you're up, everything's good. And it's just like, it's just, you just got to stay consistent, and don't let. I started not caring a lot more as life goes on about the little things, and focused on the bigger things. It's just like,
how old are you?
26. You?
26. 23.
Yeah, it's dope.
Yeah,
that's dope. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's just, I just don't care anymore. Like, I'm not here to, like, I've never been somebody. I've never tried to impress people. I think that's where I've been true to myself. I've never put on a mask to try to fit in. If I didn't fit in, I didn't fit in. And I never wanted to be a cookie cutter. Like, I never wanted to fit the mold. That's for sure. I never wanted to fucking fit the mold. I've always been different. I've always, I don't know, like, think there's a really cool story about the way I looked at life, and like somebody hurt my feelings when I was a kid. I was drawing. I think I was like drawing Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh, and every single time I drew one, this kid would make fun of me. Oh, I told this story to Tom actually. This kid made fun of me and would say, "Why do you always put smiles on them? Like, no, they're not all happy characters." Da 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 da. And I was really young at this age, and it kind of hurt my feelings. And I was like, "This is so weird." But then when it came down to Mother's Day, this kid's mom didn't show up to this, like, what was it? Like, it was like a choir, like all of us singing a song for the mothers, and the mom didn't show up. And this kid was like bawling in the corner, crying. And at that moment, as a young individual, I realized he's picking on me because he's miserable at home and he doesn't have what I have in that regard. You know what I mean? Somebody who cared about him. And then at that point, it was just like empathy. It was like, okay.
That was how old were you?
Probably 7.
Holy shit!
It was yeah, something like that.
Bro, I did not have a thought like that until way later. I think. I mean, maybe I did. I don't remember it at least.
Because dude, it hurt my feelings. I was like, why are you making like? I never liked making fun of people. I like clowning. I like being like hyper and being just me. But it was never like I'm trying to hurt someone's feelings. You know?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I ever did that. But when I realized that, I was like, oh, like he doesn't have what I have. Like I remember, and another thing I realized at a very young age is that there was this kid, and I went to his house. This kid had everything, man. The Xbox, the PlayStation, the trampoline, like everything a kid could imagine, toys, Nerf guns, he had it all. But you know what he didn't have? His parents were never around. His parents were always traveling. And then one day I saw that at like school, that he just like broke down or like started crying because he was asking like, I wish my parents were around. And I was like, damn, bro, like you have everything a kid could want, and you're not happy. And then I figured it out, and it was like, oh, his parents are like very corporate and they were always working. And I was just like,
dude, that's fucking insane. Wow. To have that kind of, I guess, awareness or empathy. Yeah. When you're younger, I think maybe our situations are different. When I was growing up, my dad worked at a private school, so I was able to go there for free. So I grew up around all these rich kids who I think they were just really good at putting on that front. I never even was aware of anything going on. But when I transferred to public school in 9th grade or 10th grade, that's when I really got hit with a wave of reality of people like in the real world, and not these like tiny little bubble of rich people. And that's when I really started to be like, holy shit, it's like so many people don't have a lot of things that I have, that I thought I was like a loser. But then like now I'm in this other situation where I'm like, wow, there's people who would kill to be in my situation. And that's, damn, bro, that's fucking intense right there. When I was in college, I worked a job where I worked with kindergarten through 5th grade. It was like after school thing, and it was really cheap. It was good money. It was like, it worked with my schedule in college, so it's just really easy for me. And I remember there were certain kids that were really bad, just like acted up. Yeah. And I remember in there, all my coworkers, they were just there to get the bag, no problem. But they didn't seem to like particularly give a fuck about any of these kids. And I was like, we are like working with kids, and we might mold the way they look at this fucking world. It's kind of important to pay attention a little bit more than just get your hourly rate, get your money, and leave. So like, there's these kids who had just act up all the time. And I remember Joey was one of the kids, and then Caleb was one of the kids. Sorry to dox their names. It's not like anyone's going to find out who they are. But the kid Joey, I found out like at the end of the year, like his family life was fucking miserable, so miserable. And I was like, that's why it makes so much sense. He wants this attention. He always runs up to hug me when he sees me. And I was always like, oh yeah, fun. But I was always like, why is he the only one who does this? And it was just kids who didn't go. They wanted. And Caleb opened at the end of the year. He was talking about his parents and his family life situation. And I was just like, oh my God, this kid's like in 4th grade dealing with some really heavy shit here. And like for him to open up, he's like, he got all this like weight off his chest. And like some of these kids, bro, like really have some depth to them, and they really care. And I think when I was a kid, I never had anyone who's a grown up who would reach out or was that person to extend an open hand. And I think that really like stuck in my head, those experiences working there. So now I'm the same with you. When I have an opportunity, I will try and reach out.
I think a lot of people don't listen to kids enough. I think a lot of it is like shoot down because they're insecure that they can't do it. So they want to instill that in the kids. And it's not on purpose. It's more of like, don't try risking it. It's like, yeah, like doing this NFT stuff instead of like working a normal job. I could be working a normal job and just getting paid hourly, but it's like, that doesn't make me happy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like one of the things that I never allowed in my life. Actually, no, I did at some point because it was the first job because I always wanted my own stuff. I started at 14. I was a dishwasher and I was like eating shit, like just
Yeah, I
washing
feel you.
dishes, getting paid cash under
Done
the
that
table.
before. That shit
And
sucks.
then, yeah, it does. And then I did a lot of hospitality stuff and I knew, I was like, okay, well, I can make tips on here. And then I went to cycling. Like I was a group fitness instructor and I was like, okay, I can make how much in an hour? Okay, I'm going to make sure that I'm the number one. And I became the number one paid, what's it called? Group fitness instructor in the Midwest for this company.
Fuck yeah.
And it was like dope. And it was just like, and then I worked in sales and I was like, I like this because nobody can tell me shit. And I am my own, I'm my own boss. But then not only that, it's like when I started looking for another job, because I was thinking about going into software because I was interested in tech. And when I started looking into it, it was like, first of all, I got rejected by like 20 people, which I can't wait to post like a year from now, which is awesome. And it's no shade or anything, but it was just like, you know what? I'm never going to let somebody tell me what the fuck I'm worth ever. I that's why I like sales. That's why I like social media, because I can scale this. I can create however much I want to create. I'm not going to let somebody tell me I'm worth fucking 60, 80, 100, 150 grand a year. No, you're not going to tell me that. I determine that. And it's just like, I think that's just the hustler in me. I've always been a hustler. I mean, even in like elementary school, I used to go to, what's it called? I used to go to the dollar store and I would buy these really cool erasers, but they were like erasers that you clicked and they spun really fast. So it would erase for you. You know what I'm talking about?
I think I have seen that. Yeah.
Okay. So maybe I bought them at the dollar store, regardless. And I was flipping them to kids for like $5-10.
Bro, what the fuck? You knew about flipping back then?
Until I got in trouble. Yeah. And dude, I used to do the I used to do the garage sailing all the time.
That's wild.
I was doing that all the time. There was a point in time in my life where I was working that group fitness job, but then on like right after, because it's only like an hour, like a couple hours a day. You know what I mean? You can't teach that many classes. And then I would go out and garage sale. I'd be at Salvation Army for hours. You know what I mean? Flipping stuff. Yeah.
That's
and then,
dope, dude. That is dope. We have Muhammad here asking. He says, "Cage, you're fucking lit." I don't know if he means I'm drunk or I'm high. No, I'm just burnt. I'm just sunburnt, literally. But
no, or he's saying like you're just on fire, bro.
Oh, it could be that too. It could be that. Yeah. It could be that. Also, side note: when I'm in NFT NYC with you, and if we are drinking my face, we'll get red. I'm half Japanese, so I will get that Asian glow. It happens. I can't help it. We have Andres. Can you slide into your DMs on Twitter? Man, you are amazing.
I appreciate that. Yeah, of course. My Twitter is always open to everybody for as long as I can keep it open. You know what I mean? My goal is to respond to as many people as possible. The problem is at some point I will not be able to catch up. And it is what it is. And hopefully I'll be able to delegate some of the work and then they'll pass along the messages to me. But as of right now, I'm trying my best. And I mean, I'm flooded with DMs. It's great. It's awesome, but it's super hard to get to. But people who tweet at me, every single one of them gets a response. I mean, it's 99% of the 90% of the time I would respond back. And then the other 10%, if it's something that is just worth liking, I will like it. I'll always acknowledge it. And I love following people that engage with me, either DM or tweet at me, because it's like, you are the ones keeping me going. So if you're tweeting at me, of course I want to connect with you. But now if you expect something out of me, that may be something different. You know what I mean? But if you want to be friends and you want to just talk and just like, hey, great job, or like looking forward to your next, or like just something like cool, or like, hey, I found this project, you should check it out, and you're not shilling it and you're not getting paid by the other people. Yeah, you know what I mean? But and I've been dropping that a lot in my YouTube comments because I've been asking. I highly recommend this for you as well, Joyage, if you can. Ask your audience to comment, hey, what projects are you guys looking into? Because I get a ton of people responding now, a ton of people, and just leaving them with like a task to do. It just helps your engagement. But then not only that, what it's helping me do, it's like I see a lot of projects, but then I'm also thankful. I always say something along the lines of like, thank you so much for reaching out. I'm going to look into this project, but even if I don't post it, thank you so much for bringing this to my attention. Boom.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just like, because it's like, dude, people are taking their fucking time out of their day to tweet at me, to leave something nice, to leave me a message, to leave a comment, to leave a like, to subscribe, whatever it is. Like, that's cool. You know what I mean? It's like, it's the least I can do is respond as of right now. You know what I mean? Of course, I hope to forever I'll be able to respond. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But just like, it's like Gary Vee. It's like you tweet him right now, you're probably not going to get a response back. But that's normal. You know what I mean? And that doesn't mean that he doesn't like you, and it doesn't mean he's trying to shade you. It's just
too many fucking people, bro. There's too many people doing the same thing. And if newbie says, "Should I tweet you to get on the podcast?" You should probably tweet him. Maybe he will.
What?
No, he said, should I tweet at Andres to get him onto my podcast?
Yeah, you should 100%.
Yeah. Oh, you should always shoot. The worst that happens, he doesn't fucking see it.
Yeah. Worst comes to worst. I always say shoot your shot. But is this his podcast or your podcast? Is he saying?
I don't know. No, NFT newbie. I believe if this is the same NFT newbies that I know, I think it is him. I went on his podcast a few days ago.
Okay, so check this out, NFT newbies. Cool. I'll tell you this right now. I haven't looked at your account. I have no idea what you're about. Okay, what I will tell you is good for you. One, shooting your shot, but number two, if someone goes to your page right now, is there a good amount of content? Are you consistent? Are you somebody that it makes sense for someone like myself of my caliber or anybody to go on your channel? You know what I mean?
Agree.
And if the answer is yes, and you're really out there doing that, and it doesn't matter about the followers. I just saw he dropped the followers. It doesn't matter about the followers. And this wasn't a call out to NFT newbies. This was a call out for everybody in general. If you have that consistency, you have that drive, you have everything aligning that makes sense. It's like you're checking all the boxes and you don't have the followers. It makes sense. Yeah. You know what I mean? If they have the time, it makes sense. Oh, you're now he's dropping all of his stuff. I mean, that's phenomenal. Good for you. But I would have determined that on my own, like in the regards of like, if I would have gone to your channel, I was just analyzing more than anything to explain the audience. Right. If I were to go to your channel right now and you only have 2 videos, that shows me that one, you're not consistent or care enough to do this, and you're just trying to get somebody to be on your podcast.
That's a great point. That's a great point to bring up, and that's why when I started, and I still do, I've been going for 7 months every single day. But the reason I go every single day is because I want like people who are CEOs to look at my content, and be like, "Oh, I respect this kid. He's hustling." And I was like, "That's one way I can differentiate myself. I can do these other things, but I can also upload every single day, so they can see the work. There's no way to discount the work. If they're like, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about," I'm like, "Bro, I have reviewed 100 fucking projects. Yes, the fuck I do. You know what I mean?" So it's like you can't say that. But I think that's a.
But NFT newbies, congratulations for shooting your shot. Please tweet at me. Please, if I don't respond, try what's it called, YouTube, because there's a lot less comments over there. And
it was a good podcast. I do remember going on that one.
Yep, I upload daily. You know what I mean? Even if it was every 2 days, even if it was every 3 days, that's respectable. I will be on your podcast. You're showing love to Cade. I promise I'll be there. We'll work something out. Congratulations on shooting your shot.
And we got a question from Mohammed. He said, this is from earlier. I think we skipped over it. Is there a step-by-step process I can follow to launch a great project? How do I come up with good utility? What would you be looking for as a collector?
If I were to say something like, okay, so step-by-step project to launch a great project. First, you got to believe in it. If you got to think, okay, this is a great project. And then how do I come up with the good utility? Ask yourself, if I have this NFT, how is my life better, or how is it going to benefit my life? If you can't answer that, then you don't have a good enough utility. And you know what I mean? The other thing is, Mohammed, if you're in the space for the long term, there's no reason to rush this shit.
Yeah.
Like, learn, figure out what's going to work, what makes sense. It's like, you don't have to put, like, a lot of people are just pushing these projects because they're trying to get the bag. And it's just like, slow your roll a little bit and figure out what you're going to do, because this is your name, this is your reputation. And if you fail on one of them, it's going to be hard to come back and do another one. Yeah. It really is, because people will make sure that you don't.
Well, you see those NFT projects that slowly ramp up and slowly get better and better and better. That's the best kind of growth. Same with like in content creation. Like for me, or markets, the longer we have a stabilization period where people are accumulating, the bigger the next run-up's going to be, because there's all this money has been going in slowly over time with my content. The more and more I don't blow up, the more fucking content, the more archives I have to build that fucking nest of content and value. And then one day when I do blow up, if I have a viral video, or if it just happens organically, naturally, I got that shit going. When I have a viral video, facts.
Yeah, because there's no doubt in my mind. And it's just like, yeah, I love that. I mean, the great thing about it, I don't know if you ever check Google Trends. Go check out Google Trends sometime. You'll see how low NFTs are on the trend. It's because no one's paying attention to it. So like, that's what I've been telling people. I was like, put your head down, get to work. Because guess what? When the next bull run comes, guess who they're going to find on YouTube? Joyage Kingdom. It's like, oh, this guy's been doing it for a minute. This guy has all these followers. This guy has all these videos. They're going to go straight to you.
That's true. That's how it works in crypto. That's how I remember when before NFTs had happened, like 6 months before NFTs happened for like most people, like in the beginning of 2021, like middle of 2021. Before that, I remember watching crypto people saying, "Fuck, if I just gotten earlier on crypto, I could have been one of these guys." And that's why when NFTs really kicked off, and I spent a few months learning and flipping, and I was like, "Shit, I'm not gonna be able to flip my way to $1 million, but I can start making content about this shit." And I'm fucking early. There's like there's only a handful of creators that are doing anything right now. At that point, there's a lot more now, but there's still relatively to the mainstream. There's still very few.
I mean, dude, you can't, I can't go out in public and talk to somebody who really knows what an NFT is. Like, they have an idea, but they don't understand even the close of magnitude of how this is going to change the world.
Mm-hmm.
They don't
agree. Yeah, and with Mohammed to that question for launching a great project, exactly right. You just build and you build and the brand is important because you need to have something about you that is different, something about your brand that makes people say, "Oh, there's something in that brand that rings true to my core that I fuck with heavy." That's why Gary Vee's got such a strong brand, because people love everything that they see about themselves inside of Gary, and they want to be something like Gary, and they feel that momentum. They're like, "I want to be part of that. I don't give a fuck about anything else." That's why his projects do so well. So yeah, doing that, I mean, that brand kind of trumps utility in a lot of ways. Like Bored Ape Yacht Club, before the other day when they had their ape token, there was no utility. It was just cool to be there.
It's going back to that, especially with what you just said, it's all community.
Yeah.
That's why I think what we're doing is crazy, because we're creating that community.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 100%. 100%. So for people who are trying to do an NFT project, just wait. It's fine. I haven't dropped an NFT project. I have 2 Genesis collections that are art pieces collections, and they're like middle access keys or whatever. And those are the only real opportunity to invest in the brand now. But I don't have like a 10,000 collection project. For me and my brand, for what I'm trying to do, maybe I'm leaving it back on the table, but it's just like, I'm doing full-time YouTube right now. Like, to have another thing that I got my hand in would really kind of fuck me up, I think.
It's a lot. It's a lot. And again, it's going back to your reputation. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I definitely plan on dropping something for sure, because to me, it makes sense. Mm-hmm. But the route that I'm looking at is I'm not in a rush. I'm not in a rush. Like, if Kosher can drop 2 projects, if Bento can drop a project, if Brett can drop 2 projects, the way I see it is I can do it too. You know what I mean?
100%
like,
you can.
So it's like I can do it too. Like, it just takes organization. Like, I can't wait till the point where I get to delegate work to people, because that's what I want to build, is an actual empire. I want to have people underneath me. I already have like people lined up that are ready to work for me in like sense of like, not in like a, I need workers. I'm saying, like, I've already created a network of people that love NFTs, know what they're talking about. And if I get into a position of money that I can delegate my money to the right people, I know who to invest in.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%. Yeah. Delegating is the fastest way to scale by far. Everyone talks about it. Just once you can, you do.
Yeah.
Exactly. With me, if I didn't have to edit all my videos, I would pump out 4 videos a day, probably, if I didn't have to edit. The editing is what's killing me. The editing is like the longest part.
I just got an editor. You know what I mean? It's just invest into that shit. Like, it's like, yo, I don't have time. Like, the amount of shit that I have to do today is honestly, I've never been this busy. And I was already busy in my life with what I was doing before. I've never been this busy. I start at 8 a.m. and I'm go hour for the gym, and I'm working as hard as I can as ever at the gym. It's actually funny because I'm just trying to get in and out as fast as I can.
Get as fuck out as fast as possible.
And I'm doing 3 supersets. By the within 45 minutes, and I'm trying to get out. I'm trying to get the sauna if I can, but it's just time is currency. Like, it really is. Like, and the other thing is, dude, I just want to go hard. I just want to keep my head down and just fucking work. I want to be whatever I'm destined to be, and just literally just earn it. I want to earn it. I like the grind. That's why I think you're gonna have success in your future, because you're not looking at the followers. And to be honest, until yesterday, until my buddy told me that I hit 1,000 on Twitter, or my buddy told me that I was gonna hit 1,000 on YouTube, I didn't really even care or know.
It makes no difference. So it's funny with anytime I post anything related to my followers, only reason I post it is because people do it, like those get way more engagement than like other tweets. I'll post a screenshot of my followers, be like, yo, like sick, and I'll get twice as much engagement. I'm like, all right, fuck it, whatever, dude. Every time I'll just post it just because they like it for some reason. But like I'm the same, like it doesn't actually make a difference, right? Like it doesn't make a difference. It hasn't affected my money. Like I'm still getting paid for stuff. I'm still getting commissions. It doesn't matter.
The amount of that like activity I have right now, I can only imagine what it's going to be like once I hit. I think because the next goal right now is 10K for sure.
100%.
Like
as soon as 10K hits, dude, you got that K. When you got a K, it's just game over. You're good.
But that's the thing. When you got momentum, that's when you just push even harder on that gas. You go faster. You don't slow down. You don't sit back. You don't know. Like the only thing I know is gonna kill me. I think I'm going to Puerto Rico in not Puerto Rico, Punta Cana in like 3 or 4 weeks or something like that. I'm like, shit. What am I gonna go for? Like a week.
You just gotta film 7 videos, bro. Schedule that shit out.
I mean, I was thinking about. I have no idea. I was even thinking about taking a route of going on TikTok, like making a lot of TikTok videos, and saying, "Hey, when I'm gone, go here."
Yeah,
help that channel out, because I don't know how I'm gonna create any YouTube video at all, really, and it's just like tough. And it is what it is, but at the same time, it's like you need that mental break, and it's hard. I mean, dude, I barely can fall asleep at night because it's like I have so much on my mind. I have so much to do, and it's like, how can I do it, and how can I be the more efficient with my time?
Yeah, 100%. All right, well, listen, we're coming up an hour and a half. I have one last question I think would be really good to end on here, because I think it would help a lot of people. And I asked this for a good amount of people, but it's really good to get this from all perspectives of literally everyone I talk to about people who want, because this is a most asked question, is how do people get involved in Web3? How can they actually get started in any capacity to work? There's a lot of people who are just trading. They're just DJs. They're like, man, I want more followers. I want more of this, one more of that. How do I get involved? What do you say?
Do it. That's it. Just do it. No bullshit. Get your ass on Discord. Learn exactly how you and me learned. Just do it. Get on Twitter. Go learn. Just there's no secret sauce to your success, Cade. Yeah. There's no secret sauce. You got your ass up and you did it. That's it. There's I really have no there's no like secrets to success. Be consistent. You say something, do it. Simple. You want to learn? Do it. I mean, the amount of hours that you put in, I can guarantee you shit on so many people because you care and you love what you're doing. It's there you go, Bryce. You learn by executing.
100%.
And the other thing is, don't be afraid to fail, I guess, because I've failed a lot in the NFT space. I'll tell you that. And I'm still here.
Yeah.
But I think that's like, I forgot what it's called, but it's like pretty much learning by your failures and just keep going and don't stop. And it's like, if you really love it, I mean, don't be ignorant. Like I was ignorant and I lost a lot of money, but I got it all back because I just stayed in the game. I lost like $7,000 when I first came in, and it was like that. I mean, it hurt my stomach. But then I was like, oh God, I need to figure this shit out now. So I don't think there's really a secret sauce. There's no special answer. What I can guarantee is it's like the gym. You go,
show up, dude.
You show up, you eat right, and you show up and you eat right. I can guarantee you 6 months from now, you'll be in a completely different spot. 100%. If you don't do those things, if you're not there, then it's like, don't be so hard on yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let some shit go. Like, just roll with the punches. Understand that life's going to be up and down. You just got to keep your head level headed and just run it through. Here's a question. Are you familiar with Friends from Space?
Friends from Space? Is it in the comments here?
No. Check it out. Check it out on Twitter.
Oh, Twitter.
Because I just want to finish off on a good note for everybody that has made it this far. Friends from Space, FRENZ, and then from Space. I think you should be able to find it, brother.
Friends from Space.
Kind of looks like a Three Landers vibe. It's like an art project. It's nothing too crazy.
Wait, you said friends, like alien friends?
FRENZ. Here, let me just check it out,
Z.
Bro. Yeah.
Here we go. Friends from Space. Let's see. I got it.
They're pretty new.
Oh shit.
But you like them?
Yeah, it does look. Is it gonna load? Is that the one?
Let me see. Hold on. I gotta go back to you. I can't see you. Yeah, I'm here to say, hey, I want to give something back to your people that made it out here.
Let's go.
Give them away 5 whitelists. That's all on you, brother. Utilize them how you want to.
We're going with whitelist?
Yeah, for sure. Of
course.
Shit. I'm not coming empty-handed, brother.
Oh my God. Wow. All right, fire. Well, fuck yeah. Shout out to Andres for that. Let's see. What could we do for you? Should we do it on the live stream?
Yeah, for sure. You know what? Give it to the people that are already here.
Yeah, we got a few people.
Check this out.
All right.
I'll give you 5 of them. Save a couple of them and use them on your Twitter.
Fire. Okay. Sounds good.
3 of them out here, and then 3 of them out here, 2 of them on your Twitter, brother.
All right, how about this? Thank you for that. For anyone who's watching this live right now, because it's the only way you could be part of this, send me a DM on Twitter, screenshot that you're here.
No, tweet it.
Oh yeah, good idea. So screenshot this that you're here with us right now. Screenshot it right now. Put us tweet, tag both of us real quick. Make sure you're following us, and then I don't know, say something you liked about the podcast, something you learned, maybe something that was dope about it. Tweet us real quick, and that'll pretty much be it. And we'll choose a few winners there. Fuck yeah. That's awesome.
That's all you, brother. Yeah, I wasn't going to come empty-handed.
Damn, this man came prepared. That's how it is in Japan. When you go to people's houses, you're supposed to bring like a cake or something. I fucking like that. Thank you.
Of course, appreciate that. I knew you'd be stoked. That's why I also asked you if you knew about that unhackable wallet, the super cool project. I had some whitelists for that, so I definitely wanted to give some of those out. But we'll talk about it. Maybe come back an appearance, or maybe do a TikTok.
I'm definitely down.
You know what I mean? Because I think we need to utilize all of our platforms, cross platforms, and maybe I'll come with surprises.
100%, dude. But, hey, well, listen, that's fucking awesome. Thank you again for that, guys. So if you're made to the end and you're watching this live with us right now, and this is your first podcast, I want Andres spammed in the chats, all caps. If this is not your first podcast and you've watched a few, maybe, then I want to see OG. In all caps, and fuck. I mean, that was pretty much it. Thank you for coming on. That was super fun, and shout out for the whitelist, dude.
Yeah, and then save those 2. Once you choose your winners, save the Discord and wallet, and then I should be able to put it in this Google Docs that they sent me.
Fire. Okay, sweet, awesome. All right, y'all. Well, thank you so much for being here.
Spicy.
Yeah, that's awesome. Guys, if you're watching this right now and you haven't clicked the like button, click the like button, subscribe to the channel, follow us on Twitter, follow us on Discord. All his links are down below in the description as well. So make sure you're doing that. And until next time, continue on your Joyage, continue to learn, and be grateful you're live watching this video.
Later, brother. Thanks for having me.